Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Gary Holt from Exodus and formerly from Slayer, and you're listening to The Razor's Edge.
Hi, this is Matt from The Razor's Edge. I'm here at Bloodstock with Embodiment, or half of Embodiment, should I say. How are you guys getting on?
Yeah, good man. Yeah, had a great weekend so far. Obviously, looking forward to topping it off now with our performance and a Megadeth.
Yeah, playing boots on the ground since Thursday. We've just been getting more excited since we started. So,
Of course. So, taking it easy last night to...
Yeah. Last night, it's one of the things that kind of sucks a little bit about playing the Sunday is like Saturday is the party night.
Right.
We're all going to bed like midnight, or brushing teeth, you know.
Yeah.
But it's got to be done, you know.
Have you been at Bloodstock before?
So, I mean, I've been coming here for 10 years. I think 2010 was my first.
I think I worked this out earlier, this is my 10th Bloodstock, and it's our 10th anniversary as a band.
Right.
Which is quite a funny, like...
The numbers, they're everywhere.
Yeah.
That's cool. I know that you played on the new Blood Stage before. Now you've been promoted up to Sophie. Like, what are you expecting this time round that you might not have had in previous experiences?
Well, I mean, so we basically played the New Blood in different bands, but I think having an opportunity to really kind of scale up the production and scale up the style of it, we've brought like our own sound team. We've really fine-tuned this set to take people's faces off.
We've done like loads of pre-production, you know, like sitting like with a console and figuring everything out, which is something like we've never really done before. You know, like we've got into a habit of using our own sound man, but he was like, I suggest we like really pro this show out, you know. We got the backdrop, we got the scrims, and like the set is it's not just like song choice. The whole set is like built for a festival show. Like we've all been going to festivals long enough that we think we know what people want. Really. So we're trying to curate some of the songs that are slightly more toned for a festival experience.
And what do people want at a festival? Stupid question maybe, but
they want groove. They want
a bit of groove. They want something they can bang their heads to.
Yeah.
They want maybe a slower moment halfway through so they can kind of rest up a bit. And if anything like us, they want tons and tons and tons of circle bits and heavy riffs and subdrops. So
yeah. And like crowd participation as well. Like I think that's like a big thing with like a lot of metal vocalists. Like, and wow, throwing all the shade now, but like not enough people. It's the entertainment industry, right? We're there to entertain people, you know, and like. You know, obviously if it fits your vibe and your aesthetic is that like we're super grim and evil and we play and we don't talk, that's cool. But like otherwise, I think you need to be engaging the crowd. You need to, you know, give them a bit of direction. You know, like bang your fists now, or like, you know, start jumping now. Or like these kind of commands are good because it's entertainment and they're going to feed off you and you're going to feed off them.
I mean, a huge part of being in the metal scene is we're all part of the same kind of metal community. We're all together in it. So having those moments where you can really interact with the crowd and everyone's kind of joining in, it really helps bring that closer to home, you know?
I think it's a good way of getting the floating people who are not sure about going in, not sure about staying out, and if they get a good participation moment, I feel they're a lot more, I would be likely to go in, personally, you know.
We might be on the stage, but we're not any different from anyone in the crowd. It's the stage we've all been growing up and coming here for years and watching that stage and thinking, hey, we're gonna get there. So, you know, we're not. It's for everyone to enjoy.
I'd like to think we're going to have that experience where like people are in, they'll watch us, and even if they're like not necessarily into the like death metal or like into our style of music, they're going to walk away like, that was bloody fun, that was real fun. There's a couple of bands this weekend. I probably would not listen to them at home, but up on the stage playing, I'm having a great time.
Well, who have you seen this weekend that you've been impressed by?
I mean, Fit for an Autopsy is the one we've been talking about.
Yeah, they were really
excellent.
I mean, both headliners so far. I mean, I know it's cliche, but the headliners so far have really been top notch. Like, completely different vibes as well. Bill Switch was like good times, parties, fun, smiles, and last night was just like getting my face slowly melted off. Yeah.
But you can get better every time you see them in defiance of all expectations.
That is the heaviest, maybe not in terms of like blast beats or pig squeals or whatever, but in terms of sonic assault on the senses, last night was up there.
But also like we've had Repulsive Vision on the Jaeger stage, tore it up.
Ambrius on Saturday.
There's a lot of really excellent music across kind of all levels of the scene. There's some really great stuff for everyone. So no matter what stage you go to, you can have a good time, right?
Of course. I know you guys have supported artists, according to your website, bands like Cow Decapitation or Black Dahlia in the past. Like, how does that open doors for you, do you think?
Well, I mean, it's kind of a weird one. People talk about things like networking, but in the metal scene, we're all just we sit, we have a beer, we chat, you just get to know people, and the best thing you can do to really get put ahead is just be a chill guy and turn up and play good shows. Don't be a dick, do your job.
Number one rule, isn't it?
Yeah.
Just talk to as many people as you can. Like, it's a thing that it's taken me a long time to get over a lot of anxiety around talking to new people and stuff. Because before the band, I was just a punter, right? I don't know anything about the crew or what goes into it and stuff like that. But even just a smile and a wave at a security guard, and they're over the weekend, by the end of the weekend, they're like, hey, building some relationships with people.
Definitely, I think treating people here, no matter if it's an organiser or a performer or someone working, treat them all the same.
They're all people at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Well, without everyone here, it doesn't happen, right?
Yeah.
Without every single fundamental level of the security guard who stood at the gate, the cleaner doing the toilet, the guy serving you food and drink. Without them, it doesn't happen, does it? So treating everyone with a bit of respect. And we're in the artist camping, and we got to know a few of the guys around us. And, some really nice dudes out there. And, we were showing each other some demos last night as well, and stuff.
Shout out to the EMT tent as well. Those guys are super nice.
Yeah, the EMT guys, we're camped right by them, and they've been so chill with us, being occasionally a bit too rambunctious.
A bit too chipper.
Yeah. But no, they've been great. I mean, they're doing 8 till 8, so I do not envy that.
8 till
8
8
p.m. till 8 a.m. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
That 8 till 8, not the other 8 till 8.
But again, that's something going back to the kind of the vibe of the festival and the community. They've all been saying, because they work a lot of different festivals, that it's just so chill here and there's no issues. People will find people that they've only met an hour ago and drop some beers with, and he fell down and hurt his head, and then they'll come back and check on people as well. We really are all in this together, and it really makes your heart proud to see people get that.
It doesn't happen everywhere, and I think when you come to rock and metal festivals, you can take it for granted, but I think that's something really special about places like Bloodstock.
Yeah, absolutely.
So great. Well, it's been about 3 years since Palingenesis. I have pronounced that right.
You are. Yeah, Palingenesis.
You must be thinking about something else at this point.
We've got some things in the works.
Yeah. So obviously when the album dropped, it was from memory, I think it was within the 3 weeks that the actual lockdown happened. And at that point, we dropped the album. Look, we were committed to the release date. It was what it was. And we obviously had no idea what was going to happen. So at that point, I thought, well, we'll drop the album, maybe a couple of months, and then probably shows will start to open up, and we can do some stuff. Did not plan on the rest of that happening.
The shows did not happen.
But what happened is the focus was just around the Palingenesis promotion, and I had to get a bit more creative. So we did dip right into the wayside a little, because unlike most bands, we released in the pandemic rather than writing during it.
Yeah.
But then we've got 4 or 5 demos sort of floating about now that we're quite happy with. But when Kieran left the band last year, it opened up this new dynamic, because we weren't sure, just losing our bass player, we were are we going to replace him? Are we going to try something different? Second guitarist now or whatever? And then it seemed like the fates lined up. Sam had just recently split from Ascaris, and I was like, hey look, we're friends with Sam, he's a great guitarist and he does vocals as well. And so that new dynamic meant that we've gone back to those demos and just done a bit of now Sam's in the band, we could trade off vocals here, or we could change his harmony on the guitar here. So a little bit more refining. Expect it by the end of the year. Expect at least a single drop by the end of the year.
So you've got a new band dynamic to be excited about, and that'll only get stronger over time, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Thanks for listening. Make sure you keep up to date with future episodes by subscribing to our channels. For more information on this podcast, or for all the latest music news, reviews, interviews and more, head over to our website www.therazorsedge.rocks.